Illinois Congresswoman Mary Miller introduced some legislation addressing the safety and environmental issues posed by chemical abortion drugs. Now, if passed, this bill, the Clean Water for All Life Act, it would, number one, prohibit chemical abortions conducted without the in-person presence of a healthcare provider. That's great. But in addition to that, it does something that very few people ever talk about. This bill establishes safeguards to ensure proper medical oversight and responsible disposal of abortion-related medical waste, which currently is being flushed into U.S. water systems. So this bill doesn't just protect pregnant women. It could potentially protect all Americans. I mean, really, does anyone want chemically tainted medical waste in our water supply? Wow. Well, joining me now to discuss this by phone is Congresswoman Mary Miller. She's the chair of the Congressional Family Caucus and also a member of the Pro-Life Caucus. She represents the 15th Congressional District of Illinois. Congresswoman Miller, as always, welcome back to Washington Watch. Great to have you.
Thank you, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to inform people of more egregious action by the Democrats. It was under Joe Biden that the FDA dismantled basic safety standards. They eliminated or they removed in-person requirements to take the abortion pill. So my legislation is going to ensure that these reckless practices stop. These reckless practices harm women. It's degrading human dignity and contaminating our environment. This is like a crisis for the environment and for just human health. And we've had people draw to our attention that water treatment facilities are wondering why they're seeing so many tiny babies and in the water because these do-it-yourself at-home chemical abortion pills are allowing women to expel the baby into the toilet, and it's going into our wastewater. So my bill is going to put an end to this reckless practice that harms women, degrades human dignity, and contaminates our environment. It's so bad.
Do we have any idea just how much chemically tainted waste is being flushed into our water system?
Actually, Students for Life have done studies, and they've proven that over 50 tons of abortion-related waste are being flushed into our water every year. And obviously, our water treatment systems were never designed to handle this. And so my bill, three things. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I want to hear your three things real quickly.
Okay. Well, number one is the chemical abortions cannot be conducted without the physical presence of a healthcare provider. There has to be a medical examination of the patient, and then there has to be a medical waste catch kit to, number one, catch the human remains and other remains, and then it'll have instructions, and then it has to be returned to the healthcare provider for proper handling. Cannot be flushed down the toilet.
So how is that going to be enforced? How does your bill actually address the medical waste?
Well, I think the biggest thing is that we cannot allow the chemical abortion pills to be mailed out willy-nilly. That's what's been happening, and even at college campuses, they have to be given out by a medical professional, a healthcare provider that is in physical presence while the woman takes the pill. So there has to be a medical examination and physical presence of a healthcare provider. And then a medical waste catch kit will be provided. Okay,
so how easy are these dangerous drugs right now to obtain? How accessible are they?
13-year-olds can get them. And if they have a cell phone, they can access the ability to order them and to get them and never have a physical exam. So that's another problem is these girls and women may not even know how far along they are. And it's 1 in 10 girls and women that take these pills are getting some kind of medical care afterward, either end up in the emergency room or some kind of medical attention. And we know that because they have used their insurance to pay for that. And that is how we've come up with those numbers.
Wow. Well, I know the FDA could solve so much of these issues we're talking about simply by restoring and strengthening the safety standards for mifepristone. And the DOJ, for that matter, could reinstate enforcement of the Comstock Act to prohibit the shipment of these abortion-inducing drugs like you're talking about. But I just want to say to you, thank you. It's lawmakers like you who are taking action on issues like this that make such a huge difference and an impact. And Congresswoman Mary Miller of Illinois, we want to thank you so much for the incredible work that you're doing. And as always, it's an honor to have you joining us here on Washington Watch.
Well, you're doing the great work in sounding the alarm and allowing us to communicate what's going on.
Well, thank you.